Hey everyone, so the other day, somebody gave me the idea, Mammal, why don't you make a YouTube video in which you go back and look at your old guides, you know, the ones I made 5, 6 years ago, around when Old School RuneScape first came out. He said, why don't you go watch them and test them out in the current day and age? And I thought, well, that sounds really fun, actually. So I'm going to start off by watching my solo Bandos guide. I made this guide, let's see, January 8th of 2015, so 6.5 years ago. It's got about 440,000 views. Let's see if I led 400,000 people astray.
Hey everyone, how is it going? And welcome to my Old School RuneScape solo Bandos God Wars Dungeon
I had so much pep, man. I love my little kid voice.
guide. So lately, a lot of you guys have been requesting that I make a solo Bandos guide, so I figured today I would share with you guys some tips and tricks and basically just show you how I solo Bandos. General Grador, also known as the Bandos boss, is a level...
Okay, so in my old guides, I always wasted so much time with this, like, What am I wearing? Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
When you're gearing up for Bandos, you want to maximize
What am I
your
wearing?
range defense, your magic defense, as well as your slash attack bonus.
I'm gonna hear
which
myself
I know can
out.
be hard to kind of mix up, but basically here's the best setup for soloing Bandos. So first of all, a Warrior Helm. A Warrior Helm gives 5+ slash bonus, as well as around 30 in all your defensive stats. Now this is actually a better option than the Fighter Hat. The Fighter Hat is a reward from the Barbarian Assault minigame. It also gives 5 slash bonus, but it has slightly less defensive bonuses, so you're going to be wearing a Warrior Helm for that slash bonus when you're soloing Bandos. Next, of course, is the...
What? I don't... Well, like, I don't even mention the Helm of Need is not, like, nothing. I'm just a Fighter Hat. Like, those were the only two options on the board. A Warrior Helm or a Fighter Hat. Okay. I mean, otherwise, I guess the rest of the setup is fine. Do I say anything about the Ring of Life, though?
And lastly, the ring. I wear a Ring of Life because I have terrible internet. Now, I realize you have the 10-minute timer to get back.
I did, to be fair. My parents' internet was so bad. I used to DC a lot. So you know what? I give myself a free pass. If the Ring of Life was for my old internet, that's... You know, I respect it, actually. Okay. Looks like we're taking care of the inventory now.
Alright, now onto your inventory. We have a Ceridome God Sword, a Zami Cape, or any Zami item switch. Bones to Peaches.
I mean, that's fine.
House tabs, a brew or a store, a super combat, a couple of prayers, a hammer, and the rest sharks.
Okay, like, the SGS for a spec weapon is not ideal, but it could be worse, I guess. Like, this inventory, I would say, is acceptable. Okay, I want to at least see roughly, like, what I tell you to do method-wise to kill the boss.
This room, find yourself an open world, and then set your quick prayers. You want your quick prayers to be protect item, protect from melee, and
naturally.
tidy. So set those.
You gotta save your
then
items,
pot
of
up,
course.
So drink a brew, drink a store, then drink your supers. You can drop your hammer at this point, put on your fire cape, enter, and then walk in. So basically, oh, make sure your auto tide is off. What I'm going to show you guys right now is the method. What you're going to do is hit Bandos twice and then walk under. Now that might seem a bit weird, but basically the way RuneScape works is on game ticks. So what you're doing by walking under every second hit is skipping one of Bandos' game ticks where he would normally be able to hit you. But when you walk under after that second hit, he misses out on one of his potential attacks, and that potential attack can always be a range hit, so it's pretty crucial to walk under after every 2 hits to save yourself.
Listen, that's good advice. Like, I would still, if somebody was gonna solo Bandos now, I'd pretty much, that's exactly what I would tell you to do if you're not gonna pray flick, so... Nice job, 16-year-old Mammal. I like the explanation of the kill, actually. Okay, so I got 40 kill count. It's time to put this method to the test. Now, I will say I am using an Infernal Cape and not a Fire Cape. Iron Mammal doesn't have, like, a DFS and stuff, so I was like, okay, I'll just use Subto Mammal, which, for some reason, doesn't have a Fire Cape, but, you know, that's a pretty minor detail, so... the last thing I need to do, as the guide suggested, set my quick prayers. Now, the first thing, most important, we gotta put on protect item. You just never know. Okay, and then I said to drink the potions, and then drop the hammer, and put on my quick prayers, put my cape on, and we're good. And then we're gonna do 2 whips. I didn't put the cape on. We're gonna do 2 whips and walk under. Now, I don't recall in the guide when and if I said when to use my special attacks. But I'm pretty excited. Oh, there's a big 45 whip. I'm excited to see if my SGS will hit. Okay, a 29. Alright, okay. Excuse the tile markers on the floor. They're there for the range method, and I don't want to get rid of them because then I would have to put them back, so... We're gonna SGS again. I'm going to die. Actually, that SGS spec was pretty good timing right there. We're gonna stall for a little bit and resume our 2 whips and walk under. Hey, so far so good, dude. I don't want to jinx it, but this has been a pretty good kill. You know, I must say I feel oddly secure wearing a Ring of Life. I feel pretty safe right about now. All right, come on, it's almost dead. Dude, that's not bad. I used 5 sharks. You know, maybe people are sleeping on the SGS. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, I used most of my sharks up on that kill, and honestly, that's pretty fair. I feel like back in the day, if you were doing solo Bandos with this method and this gear, a 2-kill trip would be pretty par for the course. If you got a 3-kill trip, you were very happy with that. So, you know, for what it is, I feel like the guide stands up because the method there is good. Now, there is obviously better gear that you should be using, but as far as the method that I showed you, I don't think it's the worst guidance. So, I'm gonna give this guide like a 6 out of 10. Method, acceptable. Gear could be a little better, but overall, for being 5 years old, it's a usable guide. Alright, next up we have one of my favorite bosses in the entire game, and I don't even necessarily know why, I've just always loved them, and that is Dagannoth Kings. This is my solo Dagannoth Kings guide from January of 2015.
Hey everyone, how is it going? And welcome to my old school RuneScape solo Dagannoth Kings guide. Solo DK.
I sound like I want to sell you something, like... Hey everyone, Billy Mays here. I'm going to tell you about OxyClean.
Like,
same energy.
Activities in the entire game, so hopefully after this guide, you guys can learn a lot about solo DKs and can try it out for yourself. Alrighty guys, so next let's talk about the recommendations.
Yeah, we're gonna skip through all the... I'm literally yawning. It's just useless information. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is such a...
If you have full Guthans, wear a Guthan's helm.
I'm wearing a Ring of Life again. Always with the Ring of Life, dude.
However, if you have a Slayer task of Dagannoths, definitely wear your Slayer helm. The difference between doing Dagannoth King solo on a task and off a task is seriously huge, so... if it's one of your first times doing DK solos, I would highly recommend getting a Dagannoth task and wearing the Slayer helm. It makes a really, really big difference. Alright, so moving on, the Amulet of Fury. That's obviously pretty obvious. If you don't have that, use a Glory. Armored chestplate. You can replace that with a Carol's top or a God DI top. Guthan skirt, again, to go with the rest of your full Guthans.
Okay, alright. So back in the day, you always brought Guthans to DKs. That was like a given. You brought Guthans to DKs, and you would heal with it. So, my only concern is, like, where's my whip? I'm curious what melee weapon I tell you to kill Supreme with, because I don't see a whip or anything. Oh, I see. Okay, I panned ahead a little bit, and this is like my secondary gear suggestion, and this, I guess, is if you don't have Guthans.
A more lower level or more basic gear setup, assuming you don't have full Guthans or a Ceradoman God Sword. So a Verax helm, an Amulet of Fury, a God DI top. Now I actually
You know, the funny thing is, you probably would get faster kills per hour with this gear setup, the newbie setup, like I said. This is probably better kills per hour, like minus the Armadillo crossbow. So that's a little bit ironic, I guess. But I guess we're gonna use the higher level setup naturally. Now I've got to see. Am I just using the Ceradoman God Sword to kill Supreme? Surely.
No, well, that's close enough, actually. So at this point, I'm going to put on my Ceridome God Sword. Now, one quick tip if you're using a God Sword. Let me make sure I don't die quick. One quick tip for a God Sword is if you have a shield, make sure you switch to it while you are eating. See, like right now, I'm actually kind of getting destroyed, but... So while you're eating and stuff like that, make sure you switch to your shield so you're minimizing the damage you're being dealt.
That's good. That's good advice.
After each God Sword hit, put the shield back on. That way, again, you don't have to lose out on the shield bonuses, but you can still use your God Sword. So it's a bit hard to time because Supreme attacks pretty quickly, but...
I'm actually really impressed by that. I don't know why. I just would not expect myself to be shield flicking back then, so... Okay, I see you.
This is going to be the hardest part of soloing DKs. The entry is pretty difficult. You can't pray range because obviously Prime over there is on me. So you have to pretty much just entirely tank out Supreme's hits, which can add up to be quite a bit of damage in the long run. And that is another reason why I bring 6 Brews. So, just carry on killing Supreme. Right now I'm not on a Slayer task and I am hitting a ridiculous amount of zeros, which is... another reason why you really want to be on a Slayer task. I'm having bad luck right now, to be honest. I normally, don't hit this poorly. Like, this is just bad luck at this point, but...
Right. So, yeah, no, the lack of super combats, like, yeah, that's got nothing to do with it. It's just bad luck, bro.
Once Supreme is dead, turn Piety off, and then equip your Trident and your shield. If you don't already have your shield equipped, now run to the east... Get Rex on you. Again, you're going to have to tank some melee hits because you cannot take Prey Mage off. Run all the way up against the wall and then run to the north to this little piece of seaweed right here, and he is stuck. You can safe spot Rex both to the north and the south. I personally use the northern spot, but yeah, it's very, very easy to to safe spot Rex. You either just have to go up against the wall and run to the north or the south, and he gets stuck on all kinds of spots. Because the map, or the outside edge of the map, is pretty jagged. Now quickly I'll show you how to heal. It's literally this simple. If you need to heal and there are some spin lops near you, you can go ahead and take your spear out and start healing.
Wait. What did I call them? Bro, that is a Spinalip. Spinlop? Oh my god.
Spin lops, they have to be up against the wall in order for you to
so
attack
funny.
them. It can get pretty annoying because sometimes they'll be on the corners and it looks like you can melee them, but you can't. So you'll learn pretty quickly when you can and cannot heal off of them. But yeah, Rex is obviously the easiest one. You just stand here and mage him and don't have to worry about much of anything. And this is usually the time I like to heal off spin lops. I try and heal while I am killing Rex. And again, I'm probably going to pause it. This is this simple. Once you have him safe spotted, you can just stand here and mage him. Alright, Rex just died. We got some swordfish. That is one nice thing about Rex. He commonly drops swordfish and the bass.
I have a lot of KC. Holy shit.
At this point, put on your d'hide body and your crossbow. Run up to this spot right here. Oh, there's someone in here. See, this is one issue as well. You gotta watch out for people that are also going to be coming in here to try and kill Dagannoth Kings. They're a pretty popular boss, so just watch out for that, I guess. If they're on a Slayer task, they might be able to crash me, which is not good at all. But at this point, run up to this piece of seaweed right here. This is where I like to stand. You can stand on the seaweed and just start killing them. If you go more than like one step in this direction from the seaweed, you're pretty vulnerable to getting hit by Supreme, so be careful of that.
No way. Yo, okay. So obviously, at this point, I get it, just kill with the crossbow. Look in the chat box. This person just got a herb. This must have been when unidentifieds were still in the game. I thought that update came out, like, way sooner. That's a huge wave of nostalgia. Oh my god, that's insane. Okay, I have found an empty world. I am here. I am geared up. I am ready to go. This is actually very nostalgic for me. I have not wielded. I have not used full Guthans, and I swear to you, like 5 years. So I'm honestly excited just to use Guthans. I'm not excited to kill this with a God Sword. This is not gonna be fun at all. But let's go. Here we go. Oh yeah, that'll work. He walked away. Okay. So let's do a little shield flicking, eh? Oh my god, it's so slow. Main-handing a God Sword is so bad. Okay, I'm not gonna have time to get an attack in there, so we'll just tank 2. And then we'll swap out. Dude, this is my first time seeing Dagannoth Kings in HD, by the way. This looks sweet. This looks really nice down here. I actually tanked this incredibly well, by the way. I don't think Supreme even touched me. Didn't do a lick of damage to me. It's that overpowered crystal shield, I tell you what. Okay, so now, now we gotta bring Rex over here. And it's very, very important we go to the north and we stand on that little piece of seaweed. Yes, there's a spinlop. As I would call it. There's a no, he went away. I was gonna heal him. Oh, he's back, you dumb idiot. You're gonna get killed now. Oh, dude. This is so nostalgic. Oh my god. I used to do Dagannoth Kings when I was younger. In fact, I used to do them a lot when I was, well, probably around like the 2011, 2012 era. Oh, look at that heal. Around like 2011, 2012, I used to do Dagannoth Kings to make money. The reason why is you could make a lot of money even if you didn't get a rare drop because of water talismans. If any of you played back when summoning was a thing, water talismans went for a lot of money because they were used to make geyser titans, I want to say, or something. But if Dagannoth Supreme dropped 100 water talismans, which he could, that was like 800k. I mean, like you could make some seriously good money here, because, you know, on top of that, dragon axes were like 3 to 4 mil. No idea why. Dragon axes in old school RuneScape are like 10k. So, I'm out of prayer. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. For some reason, they were super expensive back in the day, so I did a lot of DKs, but, okay, I got nothing at all there, and now this is going to be the worst of all. Armadillo Crossbow, Broad Bolts, Eagle Eye Prime. This is already the slowest DK by far, so now we're just gonna make it even worse. 10 times worse. That's like a 10, 9, sorry. Another 0. Oh my god. Well, this is the rest of the video. It's just me just hitting minuscule numbers on Dagannoth Prime. Now, I will say this. I used to do this as well. This was a big strat of mine back in the day, and I thought it made me a genius. What I used to do is I would get Dagannoth Prime, really low HP. I wouldn't kill it, right? See, because I can't kill it even if I wanted to. I would get it really low HP like this, and then what I would do is I would actually get back on Rex, and I would kill it again. Now that's why I have so much more Rex KC than anything else, is I would pretty much kill 2 Rexes per rotation. Okay, and now that Rex is dead the second time around, now I come back and I finish Dagannoth Prime, and then that allows me to kill Supreme without being bothered. Can I just say how terrible this crossbow is? Oh my god. When you use a twisted bow and a blowpipe for so long, like, this is it's just so bad. Okay, and now we can pray range and we can just relax, you know? Let the Ceradoman Godsword go to work, baby. Let's check out these hits. We got a 32. Holy. 0. Nice. 29, okay. Another 0. Okay, so, I gave my Bandos guide a 6 out of 10, because it's still pretty decent. I'm gonna give this guide, like, probably a 2 out of 10, okay? Now, I'll give it a few points, because, like, this does work. I mean, like I am getting kills, and obviously I could stay here for a good bit. So, I'll give it a 2 out of 10, but I mean, you should be using a blowpipe or a twisted bow or a bow of Ferdinand if possible. You should definitely be using a whip. If you main hand a god sword, well, you're probably having more fun than the rest of us, but yeah, blowpipe, using a whip as your main weapon to kill Supreme, binning the Guthans and using blood spells to heal instead. Yeah, I would change a lot about this guide, so, this one probably gets about a 2 out of 10, but it was fun, you know? It was fun to be a little nostalgic. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I definitely had a lot of fun making it. It was really cool to, you know, go back in time and kind of re-experience the way we used to play the game 5-6 years ago. If you guys did like the video, feel free to leave a like on it. If it does well, I can definitely make more of them because I have lots and lots of guides. So, thanks again for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon.